Liberals melt down over special surprise Trump delivered to Muslim leaders' D.C. office. By Don, the Conservative Politics U.S. News for MadWorldNews.com. Just when they thought they couldn't hate Donald Trump any more than they already do, liberals are erupting over the surprise that the president just unexpectedly delivered to the Palestinian Muslim leader's office in Washington, D.C. During Barack Obama's term, hostile Muslim-majority countries were empowered to perpetrate human rights violations against entire races and religions without even so much as a finger wag. One such aggressor that flourished during the Obama era was Palestine. The Muslim settlers from Jordan and other neighboring Islamic nations. Although Palestinian invaders have felt comfortable launching rockets, digging terror tunnels, and attacking innocent Israeli civilians every day, it's looking more and more as if their warmongering with the only Jewish territory in the world is coming to an end, at least not with the U.S. aiding them. On November 17th, President Donald Trump's administration informed the Palestinian Liberation Office, PLO, that they are going to shut down their office in Washington, D.C. and kick them out of the country if they ever again exhibit hostility towards Israel, our only ally in the Middle East. Far from Obama's perpetual appeasement of the terror-tied Palestinian organizations, Trump has outraged the antagonistic Arab settlement that they have broken the last peace treaty and ceasefire with Israel under the watchful eye of the U.S. in one of the most monumental moves yet. The Daily Caller reports that the State Department has announced that the PLO has violated U.S. law by invoking the International Criminal Court, ICC, to punish Israelis for building apartment complexes on Israeli land, which the Palestinians hope to lay claim to. The PLO broke the law when Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas demanded that the ICC open an investigation and to prosecute Israeli officials for their involvement in settlement activities and aggressions against our people. The Trump administration will closely monitor Palestine's interaction with Israel, ensuring that they engage in peaceful negotiations and, more importantly, adhere to the agreement this time. If they express an unwillingness to negotiate or violate any part of the peace talks, Trump will shut down their U.S.-based office in just one of many possible sanctions against the Palestinians. In short, the move would be a symbolic withdrawal of U.S. support as a mediator between Israel and Palestine, but would not have no negative effect on our Israeli allies, as American government would continue to pressure Palestine to be peaceable. The State Department official clarified that the same statute allows for a waiver of restrictions on the PLO in the U.S., including operations of its Washington office, if after 90 days the president determines the Palestinians have entered into direct, meaningful negotiations with Israel. We are hopeful that this closure will be short-lived. Indignant at Trump's response, I would assume, the Riyadi Palestinian National Authority Foreign Affairs Minister Riyadi al-Maliki raged at the thought of the administration closing their D.C. office, calling the warning extortion and threatening grave consequences. Additionally, Palestine has vowed to cut off relations with the U.S. if its office is shut down, dramatically claiming that the move is part of a conspiracy by the White House to pit the Palestinian leader against one another, according to the Los Angeles Times. The Trump administration's no-nonsense approach towards Palestine echoes the U.S. president's recent confrontations with Abbas. In May of 2017, Trump reportedly shouted at PA President Abbas during a meeting in Bethlehem, calling the Arab leader a liar, an instigator against the Israeli people, according to the Times of Israel. You lied to me in Washington when you talked about commitment to peace, but the Israelis showed me you were personally responsible for incitement, Trump reportedly yelled at Abbas. Trump later gave a speech arguing that the Palestinians' terror tactics must not be rewarded, a reference to the PA's offering of financial support and reward for families of terrorists imprisoned or killed while slaughtering Israeli victims. Like clockwork, the Palestinian government, which has broken numerous peace treaties with Israel, once again blamed the U.S. for their inability and outright unwillingness to live peacefully with their Jewish neighbors. Instead, they accused the American government of removing itself as a mediator and sponsor for peace between the two, RT reports. Having called the reported decision unprecedented in the history of U.S.-Palestinian relations, Mahmoud Abbas spokesman Nabil Abu Redini said could have serious consequences on the peace process in U.S.-Arab relations, Palestine news agency WAFA reported Saturday. The Palestinian side has not received any ideas, even though many months have passed, and in spite of numerous meetings held with the U.S. aid, which disqualifies the U.S. administration from playing the role of a mediator and removes itself from the job as sponsor of the political process, Rudini's statement said. Trump's dedication to rebuilding the alliance with Israel is a breath of fresh air after 8 years of Obama's incessant shaming of our Jewish ally. Even more so, Trump's crackdown on the aggressive Palestinians show the world that the strong and benevolent U.S. they once knew is finished with bowing to our enemies and appeasing their insatiable demands. Well, I'm with Trump. That's it. Well, they're in for a shocker after Obama allowed them to run roughshod over everybody. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.